going to start today's practice in child's pose, with feet together, knees apart, letting your hips rest back towards your heels, and your arms reach up to the top of the mat. Bring palms to touch like prayer hands, and bending at the elbows, bring your hands back behind the head. We'll spend a few moments here in child's pose, letting ourselves take the time to slow down and zone in on what's happening around you in this present moment. Notice your surroundings. Notice the way your body feels. Notice your mental chatter, what it is you're telling yourself. There's no need to criticize any of these things. If your body is stiff, or if your mind is busy, you're not alone, and you're exactly where you need to be. None of us comes to our mats having perfected our yoga, or with a mind completely at ease. We come to our mats to accept our challenges. Start to slowly press up out of child's pose into tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, thread the needle, reaching right hand up to the sky, and then threading it under the left arm, letting the upper body come to rest on the mat. You can crawl your left fingers up towards the top of the mat if that feels good. Unwinding, we'll switch our twist. First reaching left arm up to the sky, and then threading it under right arm. Then press back up into tabletop. Wrist under shoulders, fingers spread, knees under hips. We'll move through one cow and one cat pose. Inhale to move into cow, dropping the belly. And exhale to cat pose, rounding the spine as much as you can. Back to tabletop. We'll bring the right foot up between the hands and then heel toe the foot over towards the edge of the mat for lizard pose. You can rest your hands or forearms on a block and try to find a downward action in the left hip as it opens. Moving out of lizard and into triangle pose, grab your block and tuck it under your seat as we sit back to the inside of the left calf. This optional block will keep pressure off the knee joint if that's an issue for you. Now interlace your fingers behind your back, opening up in the heart space. Releasing the hands, fold over your extended leg, hinging from the hips, letting your hands rest on your leg wherever they naturally fall. Slowly coming out of your fold, make your way back to tabletop pose. Wrists under shoulders, fingers spread, knees under hips. Now bring your left foot up and heel toe it over to the edge of the mat for lizard pose. Hands or forearms resting on your block. Finding a downward action in the right hip. Move gently back into treeing, tucking your block under your seat, sitting to the inside of the right calf. Interlace your fingers behind your back, opening through the heart space. And release the hands, finding your fold. Slowly come out of your fold and back to tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, fingers spread, knees under hips. We're going to walk the hands forward for melting heart pose, Anahata Asana, softening the heart as it melts down towards the earth. This pose can be intense for the shoulders, but you have a few options. You can bring the hands further apart. You can bend the elbows and rest the head on your forearms, or you can rest the upper body on a bolster or pillow. Wherever you are, take a deep breath and give yourself permission to feel whatever you're feeling. Slowly send the hips back towards the heels for child's pose, letting your hands reach back towards your feet. Pause here and let your awareness settle in your breath. Deep, gentle breaths rolling in and out of the body like waves in the ocean. Pressing yourself up off the mat, keep your block nearby as you make your way down onto your back. Start to set up for a supported bridge pose by walking your feet up close to your hips, and lifting the hips, place the block underneath. Remember that blocks have 3 levels, and you can flip the block over to a shorter or taller height till you find what's right for you in this pose. Once you're comfortable with the placement of your block, you can adjust the arms and legs, just listening to what the body's telling you. Allow your eyes to close, softening the muscles around the eyelids, and we'll spend a minute here in silence. Take a cleansing breath, drawing a full breath in through the nose, opening the mouth, and letting it go. Gently remove your block and pause for a moment lying down. If your knees are still bent, let them fall together at your midline, feet apart, knees touching. Slowly start to make your way to a comfortable seat for today's meditation. Once you're in your seat, bring palms to touch at heart center and spread the fingers. Allow the eyes to gently close, softening the muscles of the face. Let your shoulders melt down away from the ears. If you're tucking your chin, lift it slightly to take tension out of the back of the neck, letting the head rest at the top of a tall, relaxed spine. Draw your awareness to the breath. Let the breath enter and leave the body naturally, without trying to change it. Just letting it do its work. Then bring your awareness to the heart space, drawing your focus inwards. Imagine the heart as a great open space, vast and expanding. As you envision this great spaciousness within yourself, start to allow it to grow, enveloping the body and expanding outward to encompass your immediate surroundings, your home, your community, and finally expanding enough to encompass the earth. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself as a small part of this picture, like a delicate and beautiful flower tucked away into a vast and overflowing garden. In our last moments seated, we'll bring thumbs up to third eye and bow the head. Slowly start to make your way into our final pose, Shavasana. Let your legs and arms rest long on the mat, toes falling out to the sides, palms resting face up, shoulders melting down into the earth as the heart space opens to the sky above. Take a deep breath in through the nose, open the mouth and let it go. Shavasana.